are turning in 10 minutes of BPTV News, brought to you by Bình Phước Television Station and Newspaper, and with you with the latest news for today. Meeting discussions internal affairs, anti-corruption, judicial reform. Đồng Xoài City hosts the 5th Trade Union Congress. State leader receive high-ranking delegation from Cuba. Consumer willing to pay a premium for better quality, according to a survey. The Bình Phước Provincial Party Committee held a meeting recently to review internal affairs, anti-corruption activities, and judicial reform in the first quarter of this year.
The Provincial Party Committee has paid due regard to seriously directing and implementing documents and conclusions from the government on internal affairs, anti-corruption, and judicial reforms. In particular, it issued a directive on national defense and security, ensuring social order and safety in 2023, and an action program to implement the 13-party Central Committee's resolution on continuously building and refining the law-governed state of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam in the new period. National security and social order and safety were maintained in the province in the first quarter of this year. Crime prevention efforts were stepped up, while meetings with citizens were carried out according to regulations. The province handled 6 corruption cases in the first quarter, including one directed by the Provincial Steering Committee for Preventing Corruption and Negative Phenomena. The committee promoted its role and responsibilities to fully implement the government's conclusions and directions in the field.
The Đồng Xoài City Trade Union recently hosted a 5th Congress for the 2023 to 2028 term.
In the previous term, the Đồng Xoài City Trade Union recorded personnel growth in both quantity and quality. It focused on renovating its operations, thus fulfilling the resolution adopted at the 4th Congress for 2016-2023. This 5th Congress aims to build a contingent of cradles, civil servants, public employees, and workers who are capable of meeting requirements in the new era. It also encouraged trade union members to promote learning and creativity to complete political tasks. The union pledged to pay more attention to the material and spiritual lives of members and protect their legitimate rights and interests. It is striving to build a strong organization and actively participate in the building of the party and state, contributing to the country's industrialization and modernization.
Delegations from Bù Gia Mập District in Bình Phước Province and Orient District in Cambodia's Mondulkiri Province have met and exchanged information on economics, culture, and society.
At the meeting, representatives from the 2 districts briefly spoke about the economic development, socio-cultural, and security and defense situation in their respective areas. They also highlighted the cooperative relations between the 2 sides and noted that the 2 districts have effectively implemented external affairs and maintained good bilateral relations. They also meet regularly to exchange information on the current situation and resolve related issues on the basis of equality and solidarity. Political security and social order and safety in border areas, therefore, remain stable. The Cambodian district suggested measures to boost bilateral trade and economic development. Chairman of the Bù Gia Mập District's People's Committee, Đoàn Văn Thảo, noted the proposal and promised to work with the province to realize such matters.
Moving on to the top stories around the country, first is the activity of President Võ Văn Thưởng.
Welcoming Roberto Morales Ojeda, Politburo member and permanent member of the Secretariat of the Communist Party of Cuba Central Committee, who is paying a working visit to Vietnam. On May 3rd, President Vo Van Thuong affirmed Vietnam always support and create all favorable conditions for the Vietnam-Cuba special friendship to develop better and better. Congratulating Cuba on the successful organization of the 10th Parliament election, the President spoke highly of Cuba's active implementation of its 8th Party Congress resolution on socio-economic development. For his part, Roberto Morales Ojeda said that Cuba appreciates Vietnam's renewal process. He said he expected that Cuba will receive support and experience sharing from Vietnam to boost its economy and improve the living standards of the Cuban people.
Most of the respondents in the nationwide survey had declared they will pay a premium for high-quality Vietnamese products that meet specific standards and are originally traceable, good for health and environmentally friendly.
The opinion survey, launched in September last year, polled consumers in person and virtually and collected their votes on high-quality made-in-Vietnam products, with more than 61,000 votes recorded. It revealed that green consumption has become a trend in the domestic market, and consumers are paying more attention to the factors of safety, product origin, and function in addition to quality and prices. Some 43% of the polled people were concerned that businesses might use banned substances in production and preservation, and that raw materials are not of high quality for production. According to the survey, although online shopping is no longer a boom as it was during the COVID-19 lockdown, it remains very popular, especially among young shoppers. The development of e-commerce is forecast to be a trend long into the future.
Coffee is one of Vietnam's key agricultural products and it grows primarily in the Central Highlands. The country is the largest exporter of Robusta coffee in the world, accounting for 36% of the global total production. It has a total coffee growing area of about 710,000 hectares, but harvest of only 650,000 hectares, and processors are deployed at a very low rate. Coffee exporters are working to raise the value of Vietnamese coffee in the future.
2022 was a successful year for Vietnam's coffee exports, with output of 1.78 million tons earning revenue of over $4.06 billion, the highest figure in the past decade or so. February figures were positive, with 180,000 tons exported and over $390 million in revenue earned, both increases of 26% compared to January. Vietnam's coffee industry has grown dramatically in land area, productivity, and output, gradually developing a modern coffee processing industry with a variety of products suitable for different markets. With advancements applied to production, Vietnam is beginning to develop technology for processing raw coffee, roasted coffee, and instant coffee for export. The reinforcing of traditional markets such as the EU, the US, Japan, and the Republic of Korea and the development of promising markets like ASEAN and China open up the possibilities for small and medium-sized enterprises in the industry. Enterprises in Vietnam's coffee industry, especially SMEs and exporters, are always actively seeking, contacting, and meeting with new partners, thus opening up opportunities for Vietnamese coffee to reach further out to the world.
Though modernization enhanced the livelihoods of 80 ethnic people in the Central Highlands province of Đắk Lắk, it also threatened many traditional local activities, especially brocade weaving. ED women, however, work hard every day to preserve their traditional crafts.
Hajumnia, a resident in Tomju village in Nha Khao commune, Buôn Ma Thuột City, uses her time to weave brocade to earn a living. Weaving requires meticulousness and persistence, as every single stage is done by hand. 45 ADAC people work at the Tân Bông Brocade Weaving Cooperative in Buôn Ma Thuột City, earning an average of $170 a month. The skilled AD women made a wide range of brocade products such as clothing, bags, and tablecloths, all featuring traditional ethnic Marathi patterns and signature colors. Her young Krong, a person of great prestige in the locality, set up the cooperative with a view to preserving the traditional culture while developing community-based tourism. The sound of traditional handlooms, coupled with folk dances, has charmed the Chongju village. From their brocade weaving, local women have a better insight into traditional trades and are confident about bringing their culture closer to visitors.
That is the end of our bulletin today. To rewatch this news, you can download BPTV Go or visit our website and YouTube channel. Thanks for staying with us and see you next time.